The internet is abuzz with the new colors that Caran D'Ache has released for the Neocolor IIs. However, I want to talk about the unloved elder sibling, or the neglected older child, Neocolor I. I purchased the Neocolor IIs a few years ago, and I did a video which I will link for you up in the cards and down in the description box below. But the one thing that everybody loves about them that I dislike is that they are water soluble. When I make a line with a crayon, I want it to stay there. I want it to be permanent until I choose to remove it, if at all. So that's where Neocolor I comes in. They are also wax crayons. They look almost exactly like the Neocolor IIs, but they are not water soluble. So in this video, I'm going to show you the set that I have, how they work and how they differ from Neocolor IIs, and how I use them in my own mixed media work. Initially, I had 1 or 2 crayons from the Neocolor I series, and as I used them and enjoyed them more and more, I decided to get as many as I could. When I did some research, however, I found that in contrast to the number of colors with Neocolor II, there are only 40 colors in the Neocolor Is, and in addition, there are 10 metallic colors, which I don't really need. So since they were on sale, I purchased the entire set of 40 colors. Later in this video, I will discuss why I think there are no more new colors coming out and show you what I think is their replacement. In appearance, they're almost identical to the Neocolor IIs. It just says Neocolor I on them instead of II. So I do make sure to keep them separately just so that I don't mix them up and use the wrong one and end up with something water soluble when I didn't want it to be so. The other advantage of them is that they are light fast. Most of Caran D'Ache's ranges do match in color as well. So the luminance pencils, the Neocolor Is, the Neocolor IIs, the new Neo Arts, and the Neo Pastels all have very similar tones and colors, so you can mix and match and use them together. So let's swatch all the colors. I will do that on both white paper and black. If you don't want to watch the swatching, do skip ahead. I've put the timestamps down in the description box below. I have popped all the names here so that you can see what I'm swatching as I swatch it. Let's start with white. It's pretty opaque. Sahara yellow, lemon yellow, yellow, which is a little bit brighter, orange, salmon, flame red, vermilion, light cadmium red, scarlet, pink, alizarin crimson hue, carmine, purple, lilac, violet, periwinkle blue, dark ultramarine, ultramarine, Prussian blue. I've done one side of this box, and now we're going to swap around and do the other side. I do keep them in this box because it's just easier for me to access them. Cobalt hue, light blue, light cobalt blue hue, turquoise blue, malachite green, emerald green, grass green, yellow green, light olive, dark olive, umber, ochre, russet, burnt sienna, brown, Toledo brown, light grey, grey, Payne's grey, and black. Now here's the entire swatched page on white. Please feel free to take a screenshot if you need to. And here's the same thing on the black paper. It's pretty opaque. I'm quite happy with the coverage of these on darker paper. Generally, I tend to use them on white paper or over paint, but you'll see that later in the video. So here it is in comparison to the Neocolor IIs. The Neocolor IIs are water soluble, so that's how I've swatched them. But these are not water soluble, so no matter how much water you put on top of them, they will not dissolve. That comes with a caveat, which I'll show you later. In general, they stand up to water pretty well. Let's have a look at how they work, especially in comparison. Here are my Neocolor IIs. I do apologize for the state of them. I've broken them multiple times while I was working, divided them in half to carry in travel kits and so on, but they still work perfectly well, and I still do like them. Don't get me wrong, I really do like them. So, applying them is pretty much the same. If you've seen my Neocolor IIs video before, then you know exactly how this goes. I'm putting down a couple of colors here on the left in Neocolor II, and on the right I'm putting Neocolor Is to show you the comparison of how they work. If you're just thinking about using them as crayon, they're pretty much like for like, with the exception of the water solubility. Darker colors work well over lighter colors with the Neocolor Is and IIs actually, but lighter colors don't work as well on top of darker colors. There are quite a few colors that match in both sets. Obviously, the Neocolor IIs have, I think at last count it was 96 plus the new colors, and the Neocolor Is have only 40 colors in them. As I said, the most important difference between Neocolor Is and Neocolor IIs, scrubbing water over the top doesn't even make a dent in the crayons. But if you put a Neocolor II on top of a Neocolor I, that color will then blend, leaving the Neocolor I underneath to show through. I find this an advantage because when I put down a line, I don't want it to disappear when I put another medium on top, which does frequently happen with the Neocolor IIs. And it frustrated me so much that that's why I went and got the Neocolor Is. You can also use Neocolor Is on wet paint, but it won't have the bloom that the Neocolor IIs will. One of the more interesting uses of the Neocolor Is using it as a wax resist. So, taking this white Neocolor crayon, I'm just going to draw a few alphabets so that you can see exactly what I mean. Over this, first I'm applying a layer of Neocolor Is, and as you can see, the areas where I pressed in that white does still show through. Then I've applied Neocolor II on the top of that, and as you can see, the resist works really well. Wherever I applied the Neocolor I, the Neocolor II liquid paint does not cover those alphabets. So I can add as much paint on top as I want to, provided it's translucent or transparent. So watered down gouache, watercolors, Neocolor IIs, things like that. If I apply acrylic or acrylic gouache over it, it probably would cover it. But this is a really useful way in which I like to use my Neocolor Is. Now, if you do put Neocolor Is, like I'm doing here, on top of wet Neocolor IIs, and then apply water on top of that, it will disappear. But if you wait for the Neocolor IIs to dry and then apply it, it will retain the color. So how do I use Neocolor Is in my own sketchbook? I'm doing a little drawing of one of my dog people here, and I'll show you exactly how I mix different medias. In this case, it's mostly gouache, pencil, Neocolor Is, creating a little illustration. I'm using the Pith sketchbook here because the paper is really lovely. And you can see that I'm going in straight with the Neocolor Is, whereas with the Neocolor IIs, I would usually use them as the final layer because they just disappear if you work over them. I'm adding details, which I know will remain if I put paint over them. Next, I'm adding a little bit of gouache where and when I want. It is slightly watered down, so it's not as thick as I would use it fresh from the tube. It is from my travel palette. And then I'm happily going over the Neocolor Is with some more liquid gouache, because it's not going to move, it's not going to disappear when I paint over it, unlike Neocolor IIs. And skipping ahead a little bit, you can see that I use the Neocolor Is and my paint interchangeably, one on top of the other, and creating all the textures that I want or need. Because the Neocolor Is are water resistant, I can easily do a wash over a brighter color and still expect that color to be there when my paint dries. When I make paintings, I also include the Neocolor IIs and color pencils and other media as well. But the advantage here is that I don't need to worry about whether I'm working in my sketchbook or I'm doing an original piece of art, because the Neocolors are all light fast. That's one of the greatest advantages of Caran D'Ache products, is that they are super tested and very, very light fast. It's also one of the reasons I prefer to use the slightly more expensive legacy products as opposed to anything new that's come out that doesn't necessarily have industry standard light fast testing. This isn't essential for somebody who's starting out or learning, but for me as an artist who sells her original work, absolutely essential. Now, that's all been done with Neocolor Is, but I do want to show you the Neo Arts, which I also use in addition to the Neo Ones because they have a very similar texture, and which I was lucky enough to win in a Jackson's Art giveaway on Instagram. They are also light fast, and many of the colors match up to the Neocolor Is as well. I think these are very significant, and I'll come to that at the end of the video. One of the things I really love about the Neocolor Is that they enable me to add texture to my piece, a different texture than color pencils give, and they're also quite opaque on top of paint, which is not always the case with color pencils. Although this is the primary way in which I use my Neocolor Is, and indeed most of my art supplies, in combination with others to create a mixed media piece, I do also use them on their own. And two of the instances in which I filmed myself using them just by themselves was in Zoom drawing sessions, which you know I attend fairly frequently. In this first one, I'm working in my Art Gecko A5 sketchbook, and it was a free session run by Shivam called People Drawing People. I will link his Patreon down below. For the first piece, I created outlines using my Duke Fude pen. I then added color with Neocolor Is and created a bit of texture. For the next couple of pieces, I decided to use just the Neocolor Is, just using texture and adding more detail using different colors. You will see with some of these that I'm able to layer some colors over others, whereas if I'm too hard with the Neocolor Is like I am in this man's red scarf, I'm not able to use another Neocolor on top to create patterns or textures. You can do that by rubbing away some of the Neocolor I, but I chose not to do that. And for the final page here with 4 different figures on it, it's again a combination of Neocolor and the background is some soft pastel, the only soft pastel I own. It's really easy to sketch quickly with these. It gives you a lot of texture. It gives you a great deal of flexibility of color as well as form. And while I could easily combine the Neocolor 1s, 2s, Neo Arts, Neo Pastels, paint, pencils, everything, when I'm just using Neocolors, it's really such a joy to use them and get that texture along with the depth of color. I really wish they had a wider range, but I'll come to that in a minute. I did also want to test how these work on black paper. I did swatch them on black paper, but swatching is very different from actually working with them because you want difference of tone, line, opacity, transparency, all that together. So I filmed myself while I was doing a Sarah Dyer Patreon session. The theme was underwater. They worked beautifully well. Again, I had that same problem of working with Neocolor over Neocolor to a certain extent. As with the Neocolor 2s, you can sharpen these as well, although I don't really know what to do with the sharpening bits because with Neocolor 2 you can dissolve them and make paint, whereas with these you cannot. I was really quite pleased with how this turned out, but as I said, I tend to use Neocolors in combination with other materials, and that's how I'll continue to do so. Here are a few more examples of how I use Neocolor ones on top of gouache artwork in my sketchbook, and also as final details when I'm creating a commissioned piece. This one has a base of acrylic with Neocolors and pencils over the top. Now, as to my theory about why there have been no Neocolor 1 new colors out very recently, it's that Caran D'Ache came out with this new product, Neo Art, which you must have seen in various other YouTube videos. I was lucky enough to actually win this set in a Jackson's Art giveaway on Instagram, and I really liked them. They are very similar to the Neocolor 1s, so I feel like if you have Neocolor 1s, you don't need this set, and vice versa. However, these have already got 48 colors in them, and I feel like these might be replacing the Neocolor 1s. Caran D'Ache hasn't made any announcements, and I don't think they are going to either, but that is my suspicion. If you're interested in more art supplies, watch these videos next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!